Hi, it's Wendy at the library. I'm going to show you how to make our really beautiful paper dahlias. When you get a kit from the library to do this, you'll receive some colored paper along with a cardboard template that you'll need to cut out for the backing, a little piece of twine that you'll be using to make a loop on the back to hang it with. There's also a paper instruction and a glue stick. And what you will need from home is a pencil and a ruler and a glue gun. Now, if you don't have a glue gun at home, we do have glue guns here that we can let you borrow. So if you come to pick up your take and make kit and you don't have a glue gun, please ask staff and they'll make sure that we give you one to borrow, but it would need to be returned, and you can just put it in the outdoor drop box when you return it. But so that's what you'll need. So let's get started because it's a really great project. I love to do these. Hope you enjoy. So I'm going to turn the camera down, and this is my workstation. You might as well go ahead and cut out your cardboard circle. It doesn't cut out very pretty. It doesn't matter. It won't show. But we want to have that shape. Boy, this is a tough cardboard to cut. That's okay. And make the circles. You can see the little dot in the center, which is nice. It gives you the point of reference where your center is. Recycle that. There's also very faint lines on here that I drew kind of every 3/4 of an inch. Just kind of an idea, so I know that my first row, if I just by hand go around the outside edge of my circle. That one's a little crooked, that's okay. I just know this is kind of where I want to put the glue for the first circle. And then when I'm done with that and I've glued things around, then I'll go to the second one and draw that too. You can draw it ahead of time if you want. You can do them all. So it just gives you a point of reference of where your glue will be going when you put your cones on. All right, so the first thing we need to do now is make our cones. You'll need to take on one of your sheets of paper. You'll have 15 to 17 sheets of paper. I would make cones with all of it. It takes maybe 50 or 60 cones at least to make this dahlia. So make sure you don't, skimp and throw anyway. This paper is 8.5 by 11. We need to make a square. So I'm going to go down to the 8.5 mark and make a couple dots here. 8.5 inches, and then draw a line so I know that I will be cutting this off, and then this will be my square, and within this square I need 4 squares. Half of 8.5 is 4 1/4, so I'll mark it the 4 1/4 mark and draw that line down the middle this way, and I will also make a 4 1/4 mark this way. And draw that line across so that, if your squares are not perfect, it's okay. It's a little bit forgiving. It won't, if you have a paper cutter at home, awesome. You'll have really square paper, but it's the general shape of these squares. So I even take like maybe 3 pieces at a time, stack them together, and I'll cut that end off. Like I said, not perfect, that's okay. And I'll cut across, and then across again. So this is the time-consuming part, but it's great because once you get it done, putting the cones in goes pretty quick, and you really see your project come to life. So I'm going to show you how I make my cones. The cones need to look almost like a calla lily kind of petal. I always refer to them, they look like a torch to me. But you'll see that it's wide, and then one of the points sticks out this way, and we fold over and glue with our glue stick. But we want to have a whole bunch of cones, all of these squares. So I point like a diamond, and I am right-handed. I don't know if it matters, but I put a little glue on the edge of the upper right side. And then I take and I point this corner towards the inside, middle-ish, and this one on top of it. So the dry side goes in, and then this one on top. And then before I glue it down, see if I wiggle it, it makes that point a little bit different. I kind of tighten that just from holding it, and then I hold my papers together. And all I have to do is pinch, and then I pinch on the bottom here. I pinch about an inch worth, because that's what's going to go into my paper pretty easy later. And you'll see the bottom's not perfect. There are some that I make that come out really nice points, and others that are really wide apart, but this part won't show. This part will. So it's nice to get that nice pointed round on the bottom shot. I have a couple that are a little off. It won't show up on my dahlia that much, but it's just good to concentrate. So I'll do it again. Point the diamond wise, upper right side, a little bit of glue stick. Fold in and fold in. Tighten up the bottom if I can, and then hold it like this. And if I get a little wrinkle there, just make I smooth it out. But this only takes a couple seconds for the glue stick to really do it, and then I pinch that bottom. You can go over and pinch all your bottoms after you're done if you want to just do it, but I do it while I have it here. Then it's pretty easy, and we'll do a whole bunch. So it ends up being, if you do 15 sheets and there's 4 squares on each sheet, you will get 60. I used just over 60 on one. So if you've got the 17 sheets, just go ahead and make all the cones for them. Especially since you might make a cone that, ooh, doesn't look that great, then you don't have to feel you have to use all of them. So once you make all your cones, gather them together. And here's when we start here. Now, this is where you want the glue gun. And it's nice, if you are messy with your glue gun, it might be nice to use the rubber end of your pencil, the eraser, to hold your cones on. Then you don't have to worry about burning your fingers. Mine is a high temp glue gun, so it gets pretty hot. But you could either put a dot and put your cones on. But what you'll see will happen is as you go around, sometimes they're a little bit more squished and that dot isn't quite in the right place. Now, I glued this down. Even my tips overlap a little bit. That's okay. I've got them up. I would say it's nice to have maybe the 1/4 inch at the most. Oops, sorry. That separate them. Some of them will be tight together. What's important is if you are putting them on, that you point them towards this dot in the middle. So as you go around, just make sure they're kind of pointing, because you don't want to eventually have your petals swishing sideways. You want to make sure. So if you want to do a couple, skip one and do a couple more, that might work too. So I'm going to put a bead of glue here and hold my pencil and then hold it down one and then put this one next to it. I'm still pointing it towards the middle. See, they almost are touching, and that's good. I would say to get 20 around your outside circle. Outside would be great. Your next circle in, maybe have 18. And there we go. So it's got a little gap, but not much. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a couple in here. But this was a good idea. I usually use it for those ones that are in the center because it's hard to get your fingers in. But go ahead and there we go. We will go around the whole outside circle, and then I'll show you the next circle. You're kind of putting them in between, and then you'll see that some of them don't match up to be able to go in between, and that's okay. If it's a tight fit, just put them next to each other. They don't have to be in between every single one of these, because as you get closer to the center of your circle, you have less space. Eventually, you'll only be getting maybe 4 or 5 in the very middle, so don't feel like, there we go. So this is the beginning of my outside circle. I would go all the way around, and then I'd come back to do the next layer. And here I'm going to just go ahead and draw my next circle. I'm actually going to do these so that I have a good idea of how my layers will be. Okay. So say that I finish this all, I would go to the next line, put some glue down, and start the same process. I am starting right in between those two. And if there are any gaps in between here, this is when these petals will end up hiding them. As you can see, some of them are right on top of others. And then the next one might end up being in between, and that's okay. So They're not perfect because of the numbers that we're doing. It's okay. There we go. When I'm done with this, I did have to pull all those little stringy hairs from the glue gun because they were going, I had lots of them, and that's okay. And this one's right between. Whoopsie daisy. Hold that one down. So if you go too fast, they kind of slide around on you. One on here if I can get it in there. There we go. So that would be my second row. And I'd go all the way around. And then my third row, fourth row, and in this very middle, this is where this pencil will come in handy because these are already pinched, but you're going to want to bend it like this, and you put it right down in the middle and hold it on. And if you can squeeze a couple, put one in, let it dry, let it seal good, put a couple more on top of them going the opposite direction, it will firm it all up and make it a really full flower. I'm going to show you the one that I just finished. The longest part of this was making all the cones. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Whew. And here is the dahlia, excuse me, that I just finished. And it's the same color paper. It's pretty full. And you can see I put that little bit of the string, the twine on the back for my hanger. And then let that dry really good before you try to hang it up. But that's your dahlia. And there'll be an assortment of colors. I'm not sure which color you get with your kit, but they are all probably going to come out beautiful. I hope you have fun. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.